Hey everyone, it's Katie again with another scrapbooking process video. Today I'm scrapbooking a picture of my youngest child when she graduated from pre-K, which was quite a few years ago, but better late than never. Yep. I also am doing a little scrap lift. I was watching a video from Missy Whedon. I will link below to her video where she made banners out of triangles. And when I saw it, I said, Katie, you can make banners out of triangles. So thanks, Missy, for the inspiration. I appreciate it. I did decide to try to use some tulle as a backing for my picture, but I'm thinking that next time I use it, I might fold it over, double it up before I start trimming it because by the end of this, you can't even really tell that I have it on there. But hey, that's how we learn how to use new things. Those are the papers that I use for the banners, and I got those from my Hip Kit Club from August. Most of them are from the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection. Now, I did find the different colored string, a yellow, a blue, and a pink, that I actually got from Stampin' Up! Celebration probably 3 years ago. But I don't think I've ever used them, or if I did, I used them very briefly. But I'm happy I kept them. And this is why crafters keep everything, because you never know when you're going to use it. So I am going to just kind of gesso the page a little bit there, let it dry, and then I'm going to use the packaging technique, but instead of using shimmer sprays, I'm going to use my watercolors. So I'm just going to put the watercolor on the packaging and then smush it down. And I actually like the way that looks a lot better than, I think sometimes when I use the shimmers, it almost looks like a solid as opposed to a splat like that. And I'm kind of liking the splat. Plus, with the watercolors, it's a little more muted, not as bright and vivid. And although sometimes you really want bright and vivid, for this particular layout, I kind of like the muted tones of it. So I'm going to just do that. And I end up putting a little more yellow later on. So there are my banners, and I do start folding the tops down, but then I kind of didn't like exactly how that was working out for me, so I kind of let them fold back up. So here I am, just going to add a little more yellow. So all my kids right now are at the movies. They all went. And so last week I brought my oldest child to college. We moved her in, and it's a very emotional time. And then this week, my husband was gone for work. He was gone all week, and my son works pretty much every night. So Thursday night at about 8 o'clock, I heard keys in the door, and I just thought it was my son. And so when the door closed, I turned around, looked away from the TV to ask him how his day at work was, and I just heard, "Hey, Mom." And it was my oldest daughter. She was off of classes Friday and Monday for Labor Day, and so she drove the 2.5 hours down. And that was really exciting. And she really surprised me. So I was happy. So we've just been spending a lot of time hanging out together and doing some fun things. And now they all decided to go to the movies because the movie theaters here for Labor Day has tickets are $5. $5. That's pretty awesome. So they're taking advantage of that. So now I am just starting to look at all the embellishments. Now, sometimes embellishments can be just too pretty. Am I the one? Let me know in the comments if you think sometimes embellishments are too pretty. So what I mean by that is sometimes I see embellishments and I just know I can't wait to use them on a page. I'm going to plop them down. It's going to be great. But other times they're so pretty, I don't want to use them. It's not even so much that I want to hoard them. They're just so pretty. I just want to see them all in their packaging. So I think that's what's happening with a lot of these pieces from the Carousel collection is they are just so pretty that I just want to keep them all. But I do start using them, and in some future process videos, you'll see that I use more and more of the embellishments. I'm trying to use them up because keeping them in my hoard doesn't do anything other than limit my space for new stuff and new products. So I did end up deciding to use these flowers, and I'm just going to watercolor them. Now, the Carousel collection, the papers, has a pattern paper with these flowers just repeating, and I have been fussy cutting them out, so I will have so many flowers to use. I've also been coloring a couple in with my Copic markers And that's been kind of fun just to play with the Copics. I really do like these flowers. Oh, they're so cute. Use the flowers just to frame my photo, just to frame it out a little bit. And I kind of like the way that looks, especially with just this particular layout because it's just kind of softer. So now I'm looking through the sticker pack and the puffy stickers. And again, the things are just so pretty. I don't know what to do. So I'm just starting to glue things down. And the banners keep moving around, and I'm going to get to those in a minute. And here we go. I'm starting. So I just use Stampin' Dimensionals, and I put a Stampin' Dimensional basically on the back of every banner. So it keeps it down, and I don't have to worry about them ever moving around. Like ever. My great-grandchildren won't have to worry about them not being where they're supposed to be because they will be. Go ahead and just use some more Stampin' Dimensionals to put my picture down. And so my fine line bottle, this one, the needle, I had like 20 gauge and the needle was just so hard to get the glue out. I have though, however, gotten my new 18 gauge and that is much better. And I'm really happy that I ordered that from the Amazon. So now I'm just going to start putting down my embellishments. If I can figure out which ones I want. It's just so hard with this collection. Like I said, everything is just so pretty. But I think I finally decide what I want. I do end up putting that happy on some wax paper just for the meantime. I love tickets too. Tickets, cameras, those are like my favoriteest things. So tell me in the comments, what's your favorite embellishment to use? Is it flowers? Is it hot air balloons? Is it deers, tickets, cameras, whatever it is? Just let me know in the comments what you really, really like to use. So yeah, I'm just going, I need something else, but I don't know what else to do. So I end up just putting the happy right there at the top there, just because there was so much empty space. I wanted to fill it up with something. So I used happy. Why not? I found it, a heart. Yep. And once you put one heart on there, you know you're just going to start putting more hearts. I'm just kind of looking at the different hearts that I have. Just looking. Oh, you know, so some people I know, they just plop down, and keep on moving. And I'm trying to get more like that. Sometimes I think that I deliberate too much on what I'm going to use and where I'm going to use it. And it's either when I don't have what I feel is enough embellishments, I do this. And when the embellishments are really just too pretty, I do this. Sometimes if they're just normal, I love them, they're pretty, I can just use them up. But sometimes it's hard. So I'm just going to outline that page just so it gives a little bit of anchoring. And then I had this page from, I think it was the July hip kit. It was that page right there with the books. I really have no idea what I would ever use that for an actual layout. But the colors went so perfectly with the colors on this layout that I decided to use it as a border page. So I got to use it, and that was great because otherwise it would have just sat there for Lord knows how long. So like I said, once you have hearts, you're going to use more. So here I am. And I actually just some of the leftovers from punching the triangles out for the banner, I used the negative space and just used a heart punch and punched out the hearts. So they are the same paper. which I kind of like. Then I'm going to start my journaling. I do believe in this one. I try to erase my journal lines, but for some reason, my ink was smudging, and I think it has something to do with the gesso. So instead of doing that, I do end up just drawing them in marker, the journal lines, just to journal it up. You see how it just kind of, so I had to redo some of the lettering. Oh, I love the little, oh my God, the banners are so precious. I love them. I'm so happy I saw Missy do that, and I decided to scrap lift it. So now with the little wood veneer buttons, I'm trying to figure out where I want that. And then I decide on a little spot for it. Look, just 2 spots and I had it. Trying to erase again and realize that it is going to start smearing again. So this is when I just underline those journal lines. And I kind of like it. So hey guys, that is my page. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, please be sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I love it. And in the meantime, keep creating something beautiful.